routing, at least for iPhone 5, and it's sort of very disappointing. I think maybe Microsoft is trying to get this chance. Yeah. They are doing a lot on Windows 8. Maybe
I think there's a big part of rationalization of their products. Windows Mobile 8, I think, is based on the same kernel as Windows 8. Windows 8 for desktop laptops.
Yeah.
Because they want to have only one product to maintain with maybe different UIs on top, but not to have two completely different operating systems. And that's probably where Apple is going too, with Mac OS X starting to look more and more like iOS. Yeah. Probably at some point they want to stop having two different teams making two completely different operating systems.
Yes, I agree. So I think for GNOME, since GNOME is focusing on PC or laptop, and maybe some features GNOME doesn't have to copy it from both Windows or Mac.
I don't think it's copying.
Not copying, not copying.
But we don't have to.
Who is copying who?
GNOME
is exactly like OS X.
I think it's not really about copying, but there are a few things, like the Launchpad in OS X came after GNOME Shell had its icon view for the applications. I don't think the OS X designers just look, oh, GNOME Shell looks nice, and do the same. I don't think it's true. It's just GNOME Shell came before because its design was done in the open, but probably inside Apple they were already working on this much before, you know?
Yeah.
And there's no way to know that because their design is closed, it's in-house. Maybe what's happening is that you have two different teams of designers who are working separately and who are having similar ideas. Exactly, great minds think alike. Yeah. Maybe that's somehow a proof that the ideas are not too bad if other teams are independently coming to the same conclusions.
Yeah. Maybe they're just the correct answer to.
Yeah, and I mean, there's nothing wrong anyway with not copying, but inspiring yourself from what others are doing that is good, and even learning from their mistakes and doing something different.
Well, looking at this design paradigm shift for the GNOME, is it going to be one version of GNOME scripted for both the desktop and the tablet or other environment, mobile environment, or you're going to have? I would think it's quite different requirement for desktop, a power user or more enterprise use, and then a portable mobile device use. I would like if you have two different versions of interface or customizable. Or the two, like two standard that you can switch or choose when you install it, rather than one single one to fit both environments.
I mean, I think that is the question of our time in terms of interface design. Like, what do? We all want to have unity. We all want to have a unified. We all want to have like a unified platform where we can develop and distribute for both mobile, tablet, and desktop. But in many ways, that just doesn't add up because they are very different devices, different use cases. So time will tell which development model wins out.
Does the GNOME 3.6 support multi-touch right now?
Multi-touch?
Yeah.
Not yet. But that's the problems are in the lower layer of the stack. It's mostly because of Xorg, old thing, and I think Xorg just had 1 or 2 months ago the support for this kind of things, and it's still very basic. It's more about gesture than actually interacting with two different windows at the same time.
Yeah. And
that's one of the goals for 3.8, to port to that new infrastructure for gestures and multi-touch. And obviously that will all change again when Xorg is getting rid of.
And also like the Microsoft is also investigating the gesture control, something like that. And in that direction, any development, like or the Apple, the Siri, the voice.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the natural user interfaces where they're no longer like WIMP is completely gone. They are like either gesture based in a space or voice control. There's also like when I was doing research for this talk, I found the TUI, which is the tangible user interface, which are literally there's a table and there's blocks, and you it is especially used for like these geo mapping and applications where they rise like mountains, come up out of the table, and you can press it down so that in the application the mountain goes down as well. For geoscaping, it's yeah, quite special. I think was it Sony who released this table like a year or two ago? It's very similar to the Microsoft Surface, where you had like these musical blocks, but the table would recognize which block you were using, and by twisting them, you would change like the
Frequency.
yeah, the frequency, the harmonics, the tune, and so you could mix your own tune based on like these building blocks, and yeah, it looked really good. Like it's great. Like you have a single-use $10,000 machine. So it's yeah, we'll see some of that too. Yeah. Thanks very much.